السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. النحو الواضح, the clear Arabic grammar by Ali Al-Jarim and Mustafa Amin. As usual, the lesson is divided into three sections. Okay, first we'll provide the definition of al-maf'ul bihi. And like the fa'il, the maf'ul bihi is in the accusative case. Okay, what does that mean? And how can we recognize it in a sentence? We will learn about the maf'ul bihi, the part of the sentence that receives the action. We'll practice it finding by asking after the verb what or whom to see who or what the action affects. By the end of the lesson, we'll also know what i'rab is and how do we apply it to our examples. Let's start with al-amthila. شد التلميذ الحبل, the student tightened the rope. طوت البنت الثوب, the girl folded the garment. أكل الذئب الخروف, the wolf ate the sheep. يربح السابق جائزة, the winner earned a prize. يصيد الثعلب دجاجة, the fox hunts chicken. يبيع القصاب اللحم, the butcher sells meat. Now let's look at the rules of the مفعول به. مفعول به اسم منصوب وقع عليه فعل الفاعل. So it's an object of a verb. So the object of a verb is the word that receives the action in a sentence. It usually is, it's a noun. It usually is a person, a place, or a thing. So it's a noun that something is done to. And it is in the accusative case. For example, let's look at the sentence شد تلميذ الحبل. The verb شد means to tighten or make firm. التلميذ, the one doing the action. So this is the subject, الفاعل. And the object, which is today's topic, الحبل, it's the rope that is being tightened. So the مفعول به in this case is الحبل. So, and it ends in فتحة. It's منصوب, to show it's in the accusative case. So مفعول به is اسم, it's منصوب, which means it has a fatha at the end of the word, and وقع عليه فعل فاعل, and the action of the doer affects it. Let's analyze it by using the sentence شد تلميذ الحبل. So what is the action in this sentence? The action is tied, شد. Who did the action? التلميذ, the student did the action. Okay. And what did the student tie? The student tied the rope, حبل. Now to understand the مفعول به, the action of the student tied affected the rope. So the rope is the object in the sentence, the thing the action is done to. So the rope is the noun that the action is happening to. So it's the object, al-maf'ul bihi. In simple terms, just remember, the action is tied, the student did the action affected the rope. Now, there is something called i'rab, which we said we will cover today. So what is i'rab? I'rab is explaining the role of each word in the sentence, like who is the subject, what is the object, what's the verb, what grammatical case it has, nominative, accusative, genitive, showing why the ending of each word changes with dhamma, fatha, or sukun. So let's practice i'rab. Okay, the شد تلميذ الحبل. The rope is the noun. Before we actually go to the rope, which is the حبل, شد is فعل ماضي. We studied before that the أفعال is categorized into three. So you have فعل ماضي, فعل مضارع, and فعل أمر. So شد, because it's tied, it's in the past, it's فعل ماضي. And then تلميذ it's فاعل مرفوع بضمة. All it means is that if you look at the end, ذو, تلميذ is مرفوع, which is ضمة. So in this case, it's nominative, unlike the مفعول به, which is in the accusative case. فاعل مرفوع بالضمة. So you have the ضمة at the end. الحبل مفعول به منصوب بالفتحة. So as we studied today, so it's مفعول به and it's منصوب بالفتحة. So we've got the فتحة there. For this lesson, or for this primary stage, all you need to remember is that when you see منصوب, it is فتحة. So here we have فتحة. How about we try another sentence? طوت البنت الثوب. So what do you think طوت means? How can you apply the إعراب here? طوت is فعل ماضي. It's a past tense. And البنت is the person who has folded. So who has done the action? It's فاعل مرفوع بالضمة. And الثوب, this is where the action is happening to. So it's the object مفعول به. So we say مفعول به منصوب بالفتحة. Okay, let's look at one more example. أكل الذئب الخروف. أكل, now by now you should get this, فعل ماضي. الذئب فاعل مرفوع بضمة. and الخروف مفعول به منصوب بالفتحة. Okay, let's look at the last example just so we can see. Right, يربح السابق جائزة. يربح, what type of فعل is this? Is this past tense? Remember, this is not past tense. This is فعل مضارع. Okay, present tense or future tense. But here يربح present tense. سابق فاعل مرفوع بالضمة. جائزة مفعول به منصوب بالفتحة. And that's the end of the lesson today. Thank you very much.